you guys are doing well. I'm going to try to do a quick recording here for my kids get into trouble. So I just want to review a little bit about energy bars. I'll post your assignment um, for today. If you are all greens on the energy bar informative that we did, you need to redo it. You want to just kind of watch the video for a little review of energy bars. And then there's something called the K-value quiz, which has to do with the Hooks Law Lab. That's kind of the main assignment for today. I guess our plan is we'll try to do a conference 9:30 a.m. on Thursday, just to kind of check in with you guys to see where you're at. So just a quick little review about energy. So we have different types of energy assets. So if you have something that your system, you have a spring or something stretched that wants to go back to its original shape, you're going to have elastic energy. EK with energy if you're going to have an object that is moving or something like that. EG is gravitational potential energy. So the object has some height above ground or above wherever your zero mark is. And then EDIS is energy lost by friction. So those are the four main energy assets that we use. So a typical problem looks something like this. Here's your flow diagram. So you might not have them all listed on there. Inside the circle, that's where you're going to write what your system is. So like here we have a ball dropping. So our system is the ball. Okay, so typically you're going to have to pick like the spots if they don't tell you. So like position A, position C over here. All right, A, so it looks like, kind of like it's not moving. It is height above the ground. So the type of energy that we're going to have is gravitational energy. All right, now the height of this doesn't really matter. You just have to match up however many bars you have on the left side has to equal what you have on the right side. So now this one's C, so it's moving pretty fast. So we're going to have kinetic energy. It's got a little bit of height above the ground. All right, and then you have a little bit of friction as this falls. So then you would fill in probably whatever bar or so of dissipated energy. So if you look here, 8 bars I have on this side, and they should match up on the other side. And the last thing you need is your energy sentence. Usually I have it written here. So EG on the left side equals EK plus EG plus EDIS on the other side. All right, and then let's see if there's any we should do. So your first informative, let's look at that once here. Oops, find it. All right, so here's our first informative. So your initial, there's not too many options here. Initial, you have Elsie's got height above the horse, and then you have her sitting on it when the horse springs are stretched out. So the ideal situation, or what I was thinking, is that initially you have gravitational potential energy, and that all gets converted to elastic energy, assuming you have no friction. Now the key thing is to put LC and the horse, because the springs are part of the horse as your system. So EG equals E elast is your energy equation. A couple other options that you could have had. You could have had the friction with it, because this is a spring stretch, so you're going to have a little bit of friction with it. So then it's going to be EG equals E elast plus E dis. Another possibility you could have is that if you only had Elsie as the object, she does the working on the horse. So the energy is going to leave the system and be put into the horse. So you have EG minus working equals nothing. I would try not to use working quite yet unless you need to, because it kind of is probably the more confusing way to draw energy bars at this point in time. And if you just had the horse, you would have nothing to start off with. And then you'd have elastic energy and E dissipated. So you'd have working equals E elastic plus E dis. So those are possibilities that you have. So if you go to our class and what do we have for today? Here's even more energy bar practice. So it's a practice, solutions, and then your second informative. And then after that, here is your K quiz. Click on that. Over here. And then this has to do with the springs. I'll look over your Hooke's Law post-lab activity there. And that should help you with this. So, all right, email me if you have any questions.